everyone, so I'm back with part 2 of my 90s Barbie collection. There's going to be 4 parts in all. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all of my Barbies from 1994 to 1995. As I mentioned in my last video, most of these dolls were purchased secondhand, so a lot of them aren't wearing the correct outfits. If you want to know what they're wearing, I have all of my fashion packs, all of my original Barbie outfits, all of my doll clothes photographed and on my Flickr. So just check out my albums, and if you want to read any additional information about these dolls or see different pictures of them, like facial close-ups, body photographs, clothing photos, also check out my albums on Flickr. There's going to be 2 more parts to this little collection series for 96 and 97, and then one on 98 and 99, so stay tuned for those. Alright, so I have them set up again in my sister's room, and this is just a really quick overview. Starting over here with 3 Looks Barbie. This is Clover and this is Daffodil. I've had Clover for a really long time. I think my mom was still alive when I found her. I got her at the flea market boxed, and what drew me to her was that her outfit could like make a lot of different combinations, and that she has earrings just like Sun Jewel Barbie. And I got Daffodil a few years later in a bin of dollies I bought at the flea market, and this is actually the outfit I got with her. Then we have Super Talk Barbie. This is Miranda and this is Elaine. I've had Miranda since I was a kid. I mentioned before in my last 90s collection video, I got really into collecting Barbies from the 90s when I was younger. And I found her at the flea market in her original outfit, and I thought she was super cool. And I got Elaine with my second Totally Hair Barbie and my Beauty Secrets Barbie in a case at the flea market a few years ago. So then we have my 5 Tropical Splash Barbies. Yes, I have 5. My first one was this girl. I got her in a bin at the flea market when I was younger, and I always wanted Tropical Splash Barbie because one of my friends growing up had her, and I loved the way she smelled, and I loved her cool jewelry and her beautiful blonde hair. So I was really excited to find her. And then this is also my childhood girl. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but she's got a kind of funny looking nose. It's because it was chewed by like a mouse or something a long time ago, so I had to patch it. She's my most special of my Tropical Splash Barbies because she was actually a birthday gift. I think it was for my 13th birthday. There was this flea market we used to go to that was like on the side of the highway that was like a little indoor flea market, and we would go there all the time, and the woman there really liked me and my sister and my dad, and so when she found out it was my birthday, she said I could pick out any Barbie I wanted, so I chose her. You'll see other dolls that she gave me over the years in later collection videos. And then I got this girl in a little case at a yard sale, and this one has a funny story. My sister and I actually didn't realize she was Tropical Splash Barbie. Bear in mind, I already had 3. She was on a posable body, and it looked really convincing. You couldn't tell that she had been head swapped, and so we spent forever looking for this weird posable doll, only to realize, wait, her face is identical to Tropical Splash Barbie's. More recently, in one of the lots, you'll see her in my How to Make Doll Earrings video. Then we have my 2 Bubble Angels. They're very different looking. This was my childhood one. I also got her in a random lot of dolls I bought when I was maybe 12 or 13. And I always took her for granted when I was a kid. And when I first got back into dolls and I decided to get rid of some, I actually had her out in the yard sale pile, and I'm so glad she didn't sell because, of course, I came to my senses and I rescued all of my own Barbie dolls. How sad is that? And she cleaned up beautifully, and I actually just got her this outfit this past year. And of course, right after I got that outfit, I got my second lady. She's in one of my Dolly Transformations videos. Then we have my 2 Baywatch Barbies. Oh, she's coming undressed there. So my same friend that had a Tropical Splash Barbie also had a Baywatch Barbie, and I was really obsessed with her Baywatch Barbie, and I always wanted her, but she wasn't in stores anymore by the time I had played with my friends. So it was kind of a childhood dream of mine, and I got both of these dolls as an adult. This was my first one. I found her just like in a random outfit with some Bratz dolls I bought, I think in 2012, and I was really excited. I recognized her right away, and then think the next summer or the summer after that, I found her boxed. And she's actually the saran hair variant, and she's Kanekalon. I have pictures of like all the variations and stuff too on my Flickr, as I've mentioned many times. Then we have Hot Skatin' Barbie. She was from a bin, and this poor girl had like moldy hair plugs when I got her, so I had to like really clean her. I actually lied in my last video. I thought it was Gymnast Barbie who was missing an arm when I found her, but it was actually Hot Skatin' Barbie, so she's the one that I ended up finding a busted posable body with a good arm on. Then we have Country Bride Barbie and Peppermint Princess Barbie. I'm going to talk about these two at the same time because I got them at the same time. So the first Christmas after my dad passed away, which was in 2012, his best friend Jimmy showed up like Christmas Eve day with this huge Santa sack, no lie, and it was filled with gifts. And he had spent all of this time picking me and my sister out gifts because he sold stuff at the flea market at the time. And he found us a bunch of boxed Barbies, and these two Barbies were among them. You'll see a few more later on in the video. I was so genuinely touched, and honestly, when I was growing up, I was never as into collecting like holiday Barbies or collector type Barbies. I was more into the playline ones because I liked their versatile clothes better. But since getting these sorts of holiday collector dolls as gifts from really special people in my life, they've grown to mean a lot to me. And my favorite that he got me was probably Peppermint Princess, and my sister's, I think, is Country Bride, so that's kind of ironic that they're next to each other. And he also got my sister that Harry Potter picture on the wall that year. Then we have my 3 cut and style Barbies. Please excuse my redhead. I know she looks like a disaster zone. I'm going to be redoing some of their hair after this video. I'm going to be like checking everyone washing clothes and stuff. So that's what I do after my collection videos, in case you're wondering. So she was my first one. So this guy bought all of my dad's toy trucks after he passed away, or not all of them, but the ones that we couldn't keep. I mentioned this in my other video if you want like more of the backstory, and she was one of the dolls that he brought over. She was my first. And then I got her sometime later at an indoor flea market, and I found her in her outfit. They both have cut hair. It's about like to their butts. And she's very bald and in not very good condition, poor baby. And then this is my blonde. I actually had a blonde when I was younger. I found her in a bin at a flea market, but she had a really bad haircut, so I must have gotten rid of her at some point. And I always felt bad, and I kind of thought she was a little ugly looking. I don't know why, because I found her in, I think, 2014. And I actually have some transformation photos of her on my Flickr if you want to see like her hair, but I found her in a lot of dolls, and I just couldn't get over how beautiful her hair was. Even though it looked like a train wreck, it was still long and white, which was amazing for her age. It's very hard to find like these dolls with super long hair when like and not being in cut condition. So I'm very grateful that she has long hair, and she's beautiful. And then we have American Stories Pilgrim Barbie. I love the American Stories line and the Dolls of the World line. There were things I really enjoyed collecting as kids. As a kid, I got her boxed at the flea market, and she's really good quality. And then these are my 2 Slumber Party Barbies from '94. They did not want to sit for this, but they're really cute. I got them both at the flea market in little mini lots. Butterfly Princess Barbie, she was just ahead. I actually found her on Memorial Day weekend 2014. She was one of the heads in that lot where I got my 3rd Sparkle Eyes Barbie. If you watched my previous video, you know what I'm talking about. So then this is Dolls of the World Native American Barbie. I found her at the flea market, I think for like $1, and she's really cool. I wanted this doll because about 4 years ago, my cousin's then girlfriend, who's now his fiance, asked me to clean up all of her childhood Barbies for her, and she had this beautiful Native American, and I really wanted one for myself, so I'm glad I finally found her. And this is Polynesian Barbie. I just love like Asian, Polynesian dolls, so beautiful. And I have to say, this top is really convincing with this outfit. I didn't get her bikini top with her. She's beautiful. I got her at the flea market with actually Solo and the Spotlight Barbie, who I'll get to in a minute. This is American Stories Pioneer Barbie. I really love the Pioneer and Pilgrim Barbies. I just love their clothes. I would have played with this a lot as a kid. I got her for $5 boxed at the flea market with one of my NASCAR Barbies, and she's so cool. I love her red hair. And then we have Solo and the Spotlight Repro Barbie. I really like reproduction Barbies. I mean, of course, there's a novelty to owning the vintage dolls. But what's nice about the repros is they don't like discolor or decay like the originals, and they also have like nicer, less wiry hair. So she actually needs her hair redone after this video. I think she looks super cute in this outfit too. And then we have Ruffle Fun Barbie, who I've gotten a lot. She is in one of my transformation videos, and I've had this outfit for years. And then we also got Winter Sport Barbie in that same lot. Again, I had that outfit for years, and she's super cute. And then we have Pretty Hearts Barbie. I have 4. And to me, she's one of the most iconic dolls because she used to be on a lot of the packaging in the 90s when I first was like really into Barbie. So she will always have a special place in my heart, and that's why she's one of the dolls in the thumbnail for this video. So we have Faith, Felix, Fiona, and Felicia. I hope I got that right. Faith was our childhood doll. Now, we actually had another Pretty Hearts Barbie when we were really young. My sister got her as a birthday gift, but for some reason, she didn't like her and got rid of her, and I always loved playing with Pretty Hearts Barbie, so I was really upset. We had kept her outfit, though. That's actually our first doll's outfit. And so I found her at the flea market not long after, and I played with her all the time, and I named her Faith, and that's why they all have F names. Fiona we got in a yard sale lot with some Ariel dolls and whatnot. I actually got one of my Tropical Splash Barbies with her. And then this lady over here was one of the ones that the guy who bought my dad's toy trucks gave me. This really cool looking one on the end here, Felicia, she has saran hair, which is very different, and I also got her in a lot. So she's beautiful. They're all like lot dolls except Faith. So then we have actually a little cluster of my childhood dolls. So this is Traveling Sisters Barbie. We have the whole set. For Christmas 2003, my dad let me and my sister pick out a bunch of stuff on eBay. At the time, we were really, really into, collecting sister sets, something we've always done. And of course, we wanted the set with the 4 dolls in it. And my dad actually lied and said that we had lost the bid, but he surprised us with it on Christmas, and it was like in a big package labeled for the both of us. And her name is Danny. She's really pretty. I'll admit, I didn't really play with her a whole lot. I kind of just wanted her more as like a novelty thing. I liked her outfit though. I do remember playing with her in the Grand Hotel like the day we got her. And I also got this doll the same year for Christmas because I'm a big Kelly collector, and her name is Annika. My sister named her. She's really cute, and I have obviously their sisters. So then we have Olivia. There's a really cool story behind Olivia. So I think I found her when I was about 9 years old, so in 2000 or 2001. I remember I was in the 4th grade. I found her at Walmart, and she's dated 1995, so it was really weird to find her, like such an old doll, floating around at Walmart. I was really excited. I bought her with my allowance money, and I think she was like pretty cheap because they just found her in the back room, and I loved playing with this outfit on my Water Jewel Magic Jasmine. So honestly, Olivia was usually like a bad guy or like a mom, but this outfit I always used on my Jasmine. And then we have Nova, which, pretend I didn't say this, but you might be seeing her in a future video on my favorite dolls. Shh, I didn't say that. So Nova here is the Dolls of the World Indian Barbie. I am in love with her. She is one of the prettiest dolls of all time. I love her face. She is gorgeous. I found her boxed at the flea market when I was about 12, around the time I got my Superstar Barbie, and I wanted her so badly. I remember she was kind of expensive. I think she was like 20 bucks, but she was so worth it. And if you're wondering why I named her Nova, it's because my dad used to love the Planet of the Apes movies, and I would watch them with him, and there's a character in that movie called Nova, and I thought she kind of looked like her, so I love her. Definitely one of my favorite dolls, and she makes a lot of appearances on like Flickr photos. Then we have Little Debbie's Barbie. I got her when I was maybe 13 or 14. I got really into buying a lot of box dolls and opening them up and displaying them in my room right around the time I stopped collecting dolls. And I always wanted a Little Debbie's Barbie because I would, eat the Little Debbie snacks, and I would see the Barbies advertised, and it was kind of like one of those like wishful dreams. The only thing we ever mailed in for was actually my sister's mac and cheese Cheezosaurus Rex keychain, but I never ended up getting a Barbie, so when I found her, I just had to get her. She's the second edition one, so she's from Series 2, and I love her a lot, and her outfit's really good quality. And then around that time, I got my first Purple Passion Barbie, also boxed from an indoor flea market. I love her very much. I always loved her like purple eyes and her red hair. I think she's super unique looking. And then this is my other Purple Passion Barbie. So I think of my dad when I look at these two Barbies because he bought me both of them. I mean, he bought me like all my childhood dolls, but I can remember the day I got them both really clearly. I had actually seen her at this like little indoor second-hand place a few months before, and she was wearing a Snow White dress, and I have like a really freaky memory for dolls. Like I can remember a doll I saw like 2 years ago that I didn't buy. So my dad showed up a few months later with this doll in the Snow White dress for me, and I recognized her, and I was like really touched that he had got me her because he recognized the Snow White dress, so she's very special to me. And then we have my first Tea Party Barbies, which if you follow my Diary series, you'll know that this is my childhood doll, and I actually had to partially reroot her recently because she was quite bald. She was one of my earliest Barbies. The day I got her, I got one of those little, I think they're called Pretty Treasures accessory sets. It's on my Flickr, what's left of it. It's really discolored, but I just remember picking them out and buying them with my allowance money, and I just thought she was so elegant, and I still have her whole tea set. I don't know how I managed that. I mean, I had her when I was really little. And then these two I got at the flea market. I got her in a little like $5 box of dolls, and I was really excited because I had this outfit for her already, and she's like the prettier, nicer version of Tea Party because you can see they have different colored eyebrows. And then I got this lady in a bin. So then we have their 3 teacher Barbies. This was my sister's childhood doll. Her name is Teacher. I know it's not creative, and please excuse her bangs. She actually has to get her hair redone as well. So my sister, before I was into Kelly, my sister was into like Kelly and little dolls, so she always wanted Teacher Barbie when Teacher first came out. And I remember one day we were out at the mall or something, and I actually used my allowance money to buy her Teacher Barbie. We used to do stuff like that for each other, which was really sweet. So she was really happy. This was one of my sister's favorite dolls. She used to date Hollywood Hair Ken, aka Jeffrey, a lot. And then this is one I found, I think 2 summers ago. I had been wanting an upgrade of her because you can tell she's seen better days. She was played with a lot. And I was so happy when I found her, and she's actually from the seller I bought my first secondhand Disney doll from as an adult, so that makes her that much more special. And then this is the Hispanic version, which I didn't even know she was Teacher Barbie when I bought her. I just thought she was cool, and I got her for like, I got 6 dolls for like $5 or something. I got my painted Ken that day too, from the same seller. But my sister was looking at her in the car, and she knew this doll was special, and I realized, oh, that's Hispanic Teacher Barbie because she's got the one bent arm. Then I have a bunch of foam and color Barbies. So I have 4 pink versions, 2 blue versions, and 1 yellow version. So this is the childhood foam and color Barbie. She was actually a Christmas gift to my sister from a lady that my mom used to babysit son. So her name was Chris, and she gave us each a present that year because that was the first year my mom had been babysitting for her. I got a baby doll, and my sister got foam and color Barbie because I was really little, and I'll admit I was like so jealous because I was a pro at playing with Barbies by that point in my life because I started playing with Barbies at 2, so I was kind of offended that I didn't get the real Barbie. But I ended up playing with foam a lot, and yeah, that's her name. We had really uncreative names for the most part. And then the other ones, these 2, I got from Lots. You'll see her in one of my transformation videos. Again, excuse their really poor condition. They remind me a lot of her because their hair is very thin and their bangs are gappy. But this is my nice blonde. I found her with my cut and style Barbie blonde doll over there somewhere, and I knew she was a gem, and I remember buying her, and my sister didn't know why I was buying another foam and color Barbie, and when I brought her home and I cleaned her up, she's like, oh, I get it now. And yeah, most of them are wearing pajamas. I don't know, I thought that was cute. And then this one was our first blue one. Again, my cousin's fiance had a blue foam and color Barbie that my sister and I were both really jealous of, so I was happy to find my own, and she actually was one of the dolls that the guy who bought my dad's trucks gave me. So, and I actually already had this dress. And then I got her not long after in the $60 lot. it was really funny how that worked out. And then I got my yellow Barbie here in another lot, and she's really cool. She's very different looking. I like her. I hope to find her outfit someday. These are Winter Fantasy Barbie. I have the brunette and the blonde. I actually got her from the same lot as this yellow doll with my AA Bead Blast Barbie. And excuse her hair, she needs to be redone. And I got her in a little lot of dolls at a yard sale with my Tropical Splash Barbie and a few others I showed earlier. This is Peep. I've had her since I was a kid. She was one of the last dolls I got before I phased out of buying dollies. And she used to be boxed. My dad got her from the same seller as Purple Passion Barbie. Then we have my Flying Hero Barbie, the African American version. I've had her a long time. I got her in 2011. She was one of the first dolls I got in a bin as an adult. I also got Twirlin' Ballerina over here from a bin. Then I have my 3 Shopping Fun Barbies. So I do have Kelly's for all of them, which is kind of funny because I got her boxed with Kelly. But these 2 I didn't. I just happened to have 2 Kellys already. So this was my first one. I had one of these growing up. I have a whole huge blurb written about these dolls on my Flickr. Like, it's huge. But basically, my sister and I found Shopping Fun Barbie and Shelly, which is like the foreign variation, at the flea market, like stuffed back into their original box. And I bought them. But when I was going through the I have too many dolls phase, when I was like about 8, I got rid of Barbie, but my sister kept Shelly. And I was really upset, and for years and years I regretted it. So one of my missions when I got back into collecting was to replace Barbie, and I found her naked for like $2. This doll I got recently. This lady is someone that I got boxed, as I mentioned before, and I'm really happy because I love African American variations, and I always wanted one that was like mint boxed because I wanted to see all the cool pieces. Then we have Pansy. She was a gift from one of my dad's friends named Steve. He found her at a yard sale and he picked her up for me and my sister, and she's very special for that reason. So this is Winter Velvet Barbie. I got her from my dad's friend Jimmy for Christmas 2012. She's really cool. Then we have Caroling Fun Barbie. One of my friends growing up, the one who had Baywatch Barbie and Tropical Splash Barbie, also had her. I just remember this doll. But my first one was Carol over here. This is Carol, this is Mistletoe. So Carol I got from the 60 doll bin of 2013, and she was actually half bald. Like, this whole part of her head was all missing hair. And she was so bald, she was like body donor worthy, but I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of her. She reminded me a lot of my like balding childhood dolls because she had the same baldness pattern. So I decided to keep her, and I ended up partially rerouting her, and she's one of my favorites now. I love her very much. And then when I saw Mistletoe about a year later at Savers still boxed, I had to get her. She was like $4, and she's the cutest outfit, and I don't know why I tied her mittens around her neck. Then we have my 3 Sparkle Beach Barbies. So this is my nicest one. I got her in a little baggie with her outfit at the flea market. This one was actually a gift, sort of. So when my friend's grandmother passed away, my friend gave me and my sister some of the dolls that were at her house because her Grammy wanted us to have some of the dolls that she collected. So she's really special, and this was actually one of the fashion packs we found. So what we think happened is that her grandmother got this doll used somewhere and then bought 2 cheap fashion packs and another Barbie, hoping to give them to my friend and her sister, but then it never happened, and she just kind of sat around the house for years. So she's really special. And this one was also in one of my dolly transformation videos. She's cool. She has saran hair. She's my favorite in terms of looks, but this is my favorite one sentimentally. Then we have my 3 Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbies. This is my nicest one. I got them all in bins, and you can see she's like really long hair. It's really thick. She's really beautiful. This was my first one. I got her in the 60 doll bin, and her braid's really skimpy. I need to redo her hair. It's been cut a little bit. I think there's like been an inch or 2 cut off from the bottom. And then this is my newest one. She has completely short hair. It's up to her waist. And this is Inline Skating Barbie, who I also got from a lot. She's really cool. Then we have Skating Star Barbie, the Hispanic version. I got her at the flea market for like $1 a few years ago. She's really beautiful. I love Hispanic dolls. And then we have American Stories Native American Barbie, who came with a baby. I always wanted one of the Native American dolls sold with like a papoose when I was growing up. I love Native American dolls. I love baby dolls. I think it was this one I wanted, but they've made a few. Her baby will be featured in another video. But it was really fun finding this doll because I wanted her for so long. And this is Repro Mermaid Barbie. I got her in a lot. She's one of my favorites. She's just really pretty. She has really cool earrings. My sister really loves this doll, and this is actually a dress we've had since we were little girls. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as I mentioned, stay tuned for the other 2 parts of this series. If you want to see pictures of these dolls or read any information about them, definitely check out my Flickr. I always link it down below. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.